Welcome once again to Culinary Things. And what we're going to be talking about this time is the LK-165 keyboard that I have here. And as you can see, there's this portion here. This is called about the one scale there. And there's one, there's two, there's three, there's four, and then here's a portion of a fifth, and here's a portion here then of the fifth scale. This is the lower tone, and then up here this is said to be bass, and then over here is said to be soprano. And mostly I don't play this last portion in key. It's close to the edge there, and even though this is lower here than it is here, I still don't like getting too close to the edge, even though this is a real safe kind of a keyboard. I like keeping my hands away from piano edges and things like that. But this is the on-off button here, and that turns on the screen, and then these lights go on when I play. That's how I know it's working. Also, I can hear the sound, I see the lights. And then here's this volume. I play this at minimum, and then at night, and then during the day I go minimum +1 on that. So it's a low volume, and no one really hears it outside my residence. There's different things. Here's tempo, and that's the percussion, timing, and then this play stop I use a lot every day type of thing, and that goes with this rhythm condition over here, and then up here are the types of rhythms that occur there, 1 through 150. And then this is the second button here, tones, and that's the instrumental, and that goes from 0 to 414. And then also there's a condition in all these pre-selected playlists that occur that's like a player piano, and that's this button here, song bank. And then I can, if you select that, then you can select one of these things up here to play. Here are the hand indications. If I turn this on and I go to a song or something, that'll state that the keys occur one place and another. Let me go to a song bank here, and then I'll select one there, and one selected, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And then I'll play this, and that light that's going there, that's the percussion time. And then these go to the keys. It shows the finger left and right that plays that particular key. And some people use that in a learning process. What I do is I do add to, I play things with this. And that's how I add to a playing condition that occur there. This tempo can go 0 to up to whatever. It goes up to at least 120. And then this metronome, that's like a normal tick-tock thing on a piano. If I select this metronome, then you can see in the percussion time there, it's at 120. Then that plays at that condition. Now this can be lowered by this particular select here. I can lower this. And beginners go down to about 40, 30, whatever. That's higher there. So let me go this other way. They go 40, 30 beats a minute. And less than that, if you're actually learning to read music, it's 5, 10 beats a minute. That sometimes ones would play that. And this is 48 here. We can go up to 50, and that's a lot slower. One of the things I do is I play the rhythm, if not the tempo, at 120, but I play about half that velocity in my keystroking at 60, and I happen to like that particular condition in composition with the rhythm, the percussion, and what's said to be the instrumental song that then is added to that. These are things here, these things here read forward and rewind. I don't much care in these here. This here is a Casio chord condition, and it can play one thing and another. And I'm not sure, I don't remember entirely this particular time, but how that actually works. And that Casio chord, I forget the thing that actually has that starting. That's pause, synchro. Anyway, if you play that Casio chord thing, then you can add to that with your right hand in song. But I forget entirely what that happens to be at this time. Somehow you can get that started. The intro, the play, stop, I forget. Here's accompanying chords. And there you go. So this is a chord, this is a Casio chord that plays. It's a accompanying chord. You hear that chord condition, now I've got it. And so there's an intro chord that can occur with that, and then there's a normal fill-in that can occur. So you can play there, and then this is the other thing that you add to that. Something like that. And then this here, there's rewind, fill-in, and then this here is the fill, and then here's the ending condition, the song chord that you can change, and then you can add to that with the song condition that occur. And that's the basics in this. This sort here is listen and watch, and that's lesson 7. And that's if you want to practice some exercises. You can see in this, past this condition, the very end of this song bank, there's something called the exercise 1 and 2. Just listen, watch, remember, next, auto, and music challenge. That has to do with that, and it'll show the key lit, and then you press your hand on that key lit to practice those finger exercises to get better at the finger exercises that have you be a better keystroker than you would otherwise. And there's things on the back, you can add different things to that. There's a power supply cord that's plugged in there. And then on the back here, this is upside down, there's USB ether. And then there's this here, that's said to be a sustain. There's a pedal you can purchase for a sustain pedal. Something like a wow on a guitar, but it's a sustain pedal. And there's a volume control there. And then there's a microphone condition that can be added. And here's then a condition, phone's output. And you can have headphones that plug into things so you can play it, softer and the thing. And then this here then is the battery, condition. You can add batteries if you don't want to play it plugged in. And I don't do anything with those. I just use the very basic condition in the power plug-in in my residency, and then I can go ahead and practice my symphonic condition in rhythm and in song. Well, I found the LK-165 to be a very nice keyboard to practice composition. It does have a thing here, you can put some sheet music on the thing, a rack, and practice playing sheet music. Else what I do is I put my certain particular statement, what's to be my HD6, I plug it in, I set it on the top there, and then I put it on record, and I can record then audio music that I then can send to people. My LK-165 stated to be the condition in improvisation. And so that's the thing that I do with my LK-165. And that's another portion, another record, and this is once again registered resident occupant.